She said his name. He didn't respond. She backed away. He stepped closer. She screamed. He covered her mouth. He forcefully pushed Ode to the bed while she was still struggling her way out. Ogundil was so strong. Ade became powerless now. And the rest didn't feel real. When morning came, Ode didn't leave her room. She didn't speak. She didn't eat. Not a single word passed her lips. She just sat on the floor, knees pulled to her chest, staring at the wall. Her fingers were still stained with paint from the night before. The painting she had been working on, a bird with its wings tied together, was torn in the corner. Maybe from the struggle. Maybe from her. Nobody asked. But somehow, the story left the palace. By midday, everyone in the village had heard. The king had done the unthinkable. To his own sister. Some said a servant had overheard something. Others believed an elder had seen enough to speak. Whispers spread like wildfire. In the marketplace, women paused their trading just to speak in low voices. They say it happened last night. With Ode, the king's sister. I knew something was off in that house. He's not a king. He's a beast in cloth. One woman stood boldly at the palace gate and shouted, "Let the gods strike him down. The king is a demon." Inside, King Ogundil heard the noise. But he never came out. He stayed locked in his chamber. No food. No water. No words. Not even his wives could reach him. He sent everyone away. The elders of the land gathered that evening and stood outside his door. They knocked. They pleaded. They prayed. One of them said, "If it's a lie, speak and clear your name. If it's true, face it like a man." Still, there was no answer. When they finally forced the door open, he was already gone. His robe was neatly folded on the mat. His crown was laid at his feet. And his body, stiff and still, was beside a small clay cup. The smell of bitter herbs filled the room. Next to him lay a note. It read, "I have become the worst brother. The shame is heavier than the crown. Forgive me if you can." But I could not forgive myself. The room went silent. No one spoke. One elder knelt beside him and whispered, "We warned you." News of the king's death spread even faster than the scandal. Some cried. Others said, "Good. Let shame bury him since he couldn't face it." But Ode didn't speak. She didn't attend the burial. She didn't talk to the elders. She didn't say a word. She just sat and stared at the painting she had made the night before. The one with the bird whose wings were tied. Days passed. Then weeks. Then months. She stopped painting. She stopped laughing. She stopped talking. The palace, once alive with music and conversation, grew completely quiet. Even the walls felt empty. Every morning, she would walk to the river. Barefoot. Silent. She'd stand at the edge of the water. Not to cry. Not to pray. Just to look. As if she was waiting for the river to say something back. Some people believed she was waiting for her brother's ghost. Others said she was waiting for peace. But nobody disturbed her. They only watched from a distance. Some pitied her. Some judged her. Others simply didn't know what to say. But one thing became clear. No one, not even the boldest, ever mentioned the king's name around her. Not because they forgave him, but because they knew. The ones who suffer the most are already silent. One morning, the sky was orange. The air was still. The river was calm. Ade stood there, as usual, her white dress brushing against the wind. She didn't cry. She didn't blink. Then, she turned. And for the first time, she walked away without looking back. A man is meant to face all his pleasures no matter what, but Ogundil did the unspeakable, an abomination. We are to learn to speak to elders and counselors about our wrong desires so we get help, since they may grow darker in our hearts and cause our hands to sin.